Hello, my name is James Edward Garcia, and welcome to another episode of My Haunted Diary. Finally edited together my explorations and investigations at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Hollywood, or Los Angeles, California, back in April of 2014 and 15. In this first episode, you will see areas of the cemetery while it was under construction. I got to go into a pyramid crypt that was being built. It would eventually be purchased by actor Nicolas Cage for his future resting place. I visit the gravesites of Johnny Ramone, Mickey Rooney, right after he had passed away and was put in a burial chamber, a memorial for the dog named Toto from The Wizard of Oz. You will also see construction workers moving Toto's memorial. Also the Douglas Fairbanks Sr and Jr crypt and the lawn area named after them. Plus the Hattie McDaniel Memorial, known for her role in Gone with the Wind. In the Hollywood Memorial Park Cathedral Mausoleum, I will get several EVPs. In the cathedral, I will visit the graves of Barbara La Marr, John Neilson, Peter Lorre, and David White, known for his role as Larry Tate in the Bewitched TV series. I do an investigation at the graves of Rudolph Valentino and Peter Finch, whose chambers are across from each other's. At one point, I knock on Peter Finch's chamber cover and get a knock back. I capture EVPs and get interesting responses back during a spirit box session. A man with a seemingly Italian accent says the name Rodolfo at one point. When calling out to Dietra Flame, or Flame, an apparition appears. She's also known as the Lady in Black who visited Rudolph's grave and brought red roses every year. Also, the sound of footsteps were heard and captured. I also mention the grave of film writer June Mathis, whose chamber is right next to Valentino's. Make sure to look out for parts 2 and 3, which I'll be editing together next. There's more on the way from my time exploring and investigating the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and my channel keeps growing with explorations into the supernatural in some of the most haunted places in the US, so make sure you subscribe.
$6,000 Santa Monica Boulevard, on the right.
Hollywood Forever Cemetery, here we are. And we are pulling in. Here we come. I guess I'm gonna park and walk around some. Pyramid Crypt at Hollywood Forever Cemetery when it was still under construction, and I got to go inside. I just read it was purchased by Nicolas Cage for his future resting place, but he ended up selling it. Check it out. Here is an open crypt. It has not been filled yet. It might be recently built here in the Forever Cemetery of Hollywood. Check this out. So this is what they look like. Oh, could that be like blood? Or is that from a drink that was put down? Wow. Is anybody in here? Whoa. Tiles are coming out, they're kind of loose. So bodies are laid right in here. Whoa. Wow, my man. Look down below me here. These tiled cement pieces. Some are loose a little because they're not cemented completely down. So they have to be really careful walking on them. Easy, easy, easy. Easy peasy. Right outside of here is Joey Ramone, actually. Watch. I'm just gonna focus in on him. See? Totally Hollywood. That's his grave, though. Ooh. staying here and sing all day, actually. That's just barely touching the surface of what I could do here. Is it working?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can't get the whole name, so you gotta do the other piece of paper. Johnny Ramone. It's great. Real name is John Cummings.
I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery.
Hollywood Forever Cemetery, as I call it, for some time now. And we're gonna go see Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney recently passed, and he's just been buried here. And it was a big scandal, his own family. Okay, here he is, Mickey Rooney. Well, here is his grave. Freshly buried. Just happened this past weekend. Or actually, I think it was this week. So, he's in here. Mickey, are you around your body still? Has that silver cord been severed yet? Or is it still attached?
Hi everybody, this is Mickey Rooney and welcome to my home.
I know you were 93 years old. You had some issues with some of your kids. I don't know, some of the stepchildren that may have taken a lot of your money and did you wrong financially with your money. But you got to be buried here at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, which is what you wanted, and it wasn't going to be that way. But your wife knew that, and she felt that it was the right thing to do. Hey, I watched you doing that movie as a boxer recently. Was it like Killer McCoy or something? Can't remember the name exactly. But you did a good job. It was convincing. For a little guy, 5 foot something. But anyway, you were tough in that movie.
Mr. McCoy to see you.
Tell him I'm out. Wait a minute. Which Mr. McCoy?
Killer McCoy.
You played good roles. Judy Garland, you and her together.
And songs. Wonderful songs with you out there selling them.
Oh, it'll be wonderful.
Good stuff. Here's the original flowers put down for Mickey. A bunch of these will die, like all flowers. And they'll be replaced with others many times over. These, and you can see I've touched the original flowers put by his grave site. You can even smell that white rose and red roses here. Red roses have a nice scent. White roses, a little less scented, but still pleasant. So, all right, Mickey. Good seeing you, buddy. I know, I'm talking to a grave when I say Mickey, but he could still be around. Because it's fairly recently. I mean, it's this week he was buried. That's pretty recent indeed. Oh, look what we're coming on. Speaking of Judy Garland, this is the monument dedicated to the memory of the beloved Toto from the 1939 film, The Wizard of Oz. And that's kind of cool. And they got all this construction going on right next to it, but it's a monument, but I don't know if, let's say, 1958 construction of the Ventura Freeway destroyed her resting place. So Toto is actually a female dog. Didn't know that. Oh, they're doing work over here. Look at all these crypts open up over here. Oh my God, Toto! Not Toto! You guys aren't moving Toto, are you? What's going on with Toto? There's no real dog under here, though. No, I didn't think so. I knew that.
That dog's a menace to the community. I'm taking him to the sheriff and make sure he's destroyed.
Destroyed? Toto? Oh, you can't. You mustn't. Auntie Em, Uncle Henry, you won't let her, will you?
Of course we won't.
Here's the Mickey Rooney one. Oh, look, they put a plate up here now for him. Since that was last year. Mickey Rooney. I was here right after he was put in here. Mickey. Can you hear me, Mickey? Mickey? Hello? Hope you're okay, buddy. Alright, so I guess Douglas Fairbanks is around here in the Fairbanks lawn. Good night, sweet princess, and flights of angels, sing thee to thy rest. Shakespeare. Well, let's look over here at the construction. Wow. I don't see any graves really, per se. So, alright. This is the Douglas Fairbanks Sr and Jr.'s grave. It's just written and it's hard to see on the other side here. Okay, so here it is. It really is written down here. Okay. Here you go. Looks like Eisenhower, president. So.
This evening, I come to you with a message of leave-taking and farewell.
So you guys are in here together, huh? Father and son?
I'm as good as you are, and it makes me sore.
This is the Fairbanks Sr and Jr.'s grave site. Right here. It's right here. There's a full spectrum. You can see their names better. So strong. Hard to see if I'm getting anything. The camera's actually resting on their top of their tombstone right now. Is that clicking? Who's that? I think it's clicking noise. Is that one of the Fairbanks? You guys like to click? All right, your tombstone area here. Oh. There's something in the tree. Where is it? Did you hear that? It was three voices that appeared to be all female. I'll repeat that audio and slow it down next. There's something in the tree. Where is it? Where is it? also want to show you what it looks like to have open crypts. Here they are. Right here. A lot of room in there. Now, I don't know if they would put 2 coffins in each one of these. They could easily do so. They have a little leftover room. These go down a little bit. Again, I'm still shocked I don't smell like this rotting flesh smell around here. Here's a full spectrum pic I took of the Hattie McDaniel Memorial. She is famous for her mammy role in Gone with the Wind, though she did many film roles. She is buried in Rosedale Cemetery, also in Los Angeles. But her hope was to be buried at Hollywood Memorial Park Cemetery, later renamed Hollywood Forever. In 1999, the owner of the Hollywood Forever Cemetery took it upon himself to right the wrong and honor Hattie's wishes by commissioning a memorial obelisk in honor of Hattie.
If you don't care what folks says about this family, I does. I has told you and told you that you can always tell a lady but the way that she eat in front of folks like a bird. And I ain't aiming for you to go to Mr. John Wilkins's and eat like a field hand and gobble like a hog.
Okay, so I'm going to go into the Hollywood Memorial Park Cathedral Mausoleum. Check this out. These sculptures are huge. A lot taller than me. If any spirit could speak to me, my name is James. I'm just coming to visit. Got my Olympus recorder going. There is no one else in here. Looks like these are empty plots down here. Got my audio recorder still going here, so if you would like to, at any time, speak to me in any way, I'd be very pleased to do so with you. I'd be very pleased to do so with you. I think there's a reason why they have these gates here. Somebody special.
Each and every one of us is special in our own way.
Alcove of devotion. Barbara.
Are you around, Miss La Marr? I never get a response with peacocks. But she's from the silent movie era. And it seemed like her career wasn't that long. Or her life, I should say. She's from 1896 to 1926. Maybe 30 years old. Barbara. And it does move a little. Lots of lipstick. Sorry to disturb you with all that noise. Bad.
Barbara La Marr, born Retha Dale Watson, was an American film actress during the silent film era and appeared in 27 films during her short career. La Marr was also noted by the media for her beauty, dubbed as the girl who was too beautiful, as well as her tumultuous personal life. La Marr became known as the preeminent vamp of the 1920s. She partied and drank heavily, once remarking to the press that she only slept 2 hours a night. In 1924, her health began to falter after a series of crash diets for comeback roles, further affecting her lifestyle, leading to her death from pulmonary tuberculosis and nephritis at the age of 29.
Kind of cool being here by yourself. Here's that other actor, John Neilson, right up there. Yo, Johnny, you were just a year younger than my mom, but you died young. Can you hear me, Johnny? Peacocks.
For actor John Neilson, on the internet I found that he was born in Marion, Indiana, and he made his acting debut in a television movie called Southern Fried in 1970. I don't remember really seeing films with him. I might have seen Terror House. I did watch a moment of Honky, which was kind of goofy and of its time.
Her friends called him Honky.
Don't wait too long, Honky.
It's gotta be expensive to be buried here. I'd love to do it on a lockdown at night. Peter Lorre's probably in one of these. No wonder I had a problem finding Peter Lorre with his wife. Obviously, both of them were cremated. There's a flower left here, a rose for them, and a bunch of pennies. Just wanted to say hello.
Actor Peter Lorre's birth name was Laszlo Lowenstein. He played in many great films, such as The Maltese Falcon and Casablanca. But he's remembered for his strange character roles in horror films with Vincent Price. He died of a stroke at the age of 59.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Peter Lorre speaking. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thanks for your interest. Oh, it's the most unusual story. You know, it's a great love drama. I am to be a half-mad scientist.
Outward. It's really windy. What spirits reside in here with me right now? They can speak to me, show themselves. My name is James. I'm just reaching out. I heard that. Notice statues all around me. Rudolph down this way, Peter Finch down this way. There's the chairs to sit and show your respects, pray. Some voices just now. I have no idea how large these statues are, but they're very tall. Give you an example, I'll stand by one. A lot taller than me, right? Very tall. And they're all pretty much this height. What you reading there, buddy? You're too busy looking up towards the higher self, some call the heavens. The actor from I Dream a Genie. Yeah, I had a senior moment. I was getting these two shows mixed up, though they were both airing around the same time. Yeah, I meant Bewitched. David White was an actor best known for playing Darren Stevens' boss, Larry Tate, on the TV series Bewitched. The guy did the advertisement stuff. David White and his son died at a very young age. Jonathan White. Wow. Sadly, in December of 1988, White's 33-year-old son, Jonathan, was killed in a terrorist bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland. David would die of a massive heart attack 2 years later. There he is. Here's a death mask, I suppose.
Nobody's more original than McMahon and Tate. Let me buy you a drink. Have some more, Sam? Listen, you two finish dinner. I know my way to the bar.
And they even have a Valentino shrine out here, as you can see. Finally. Here it is. I'm going to try to put my audio recorder on Valentino's grave, right on it. Okay, I got my audio Olympus right on his Mausoleum grave. Okay, I got my audio Olympus right on his. 1895 to 1926. Rudolph, if you are around, Rodolfo. Or the woman, as they call you, the lady in black, the one who mourns for him. You come around here and speak with me? Put flowers on his grave. Maybe perhaps he asked you to. Speaking of which, here's Peter Finch. Speaking of which, here's Peter Finch. Very close to Rodolfo. Peter Finch, distinguished actor, loving husband and father. September 28, 1912 to January 14, 1977. Forever in our hearts. Are you around here, Peter? As well? Are you around here, Peter? As well? As well? As well? Please try and show yourself. I hope you can speak up. My recorder's been right there on Rodolfo's grave. Now if you look closely, I just noticed, look at this. There is lipstick, kisses. Women have actually been kissing Rudolph's gravesite. Look at this. Wow. I'm probably even covering some lipstick. I don't know what the pennies are going to do, but penny for your thoughts. I'm going to do a knock right on here. No disrespect. Rodolfo, I'm knocking. Can you knock back? I know your body's right behind you here. Sounds a weird noise. It's like some kind of shuffling just right behind me just now. Some kind of rustling going on. So let me turn this way. Can you knock back, Peter?
That was a reply knock that came through the marble crypt cover. Did the spirit of Peter Finch reply? I'll repeat that ghostly communication next.
Can you knock back, Peter? Who was that? isn't it? It's like wrapped around right here on his crypt.
You guys want to go visit Rudolph Valentino? Rodolfo? Who is known to be haunting this place, as well as Dietra Flame, I believe. The boys came back and visited him. Ah, here it is. And right by him is Peter Finch.
Hey, Peter.
I wish you'd shut up.
You've had complications from gastrointestinal infection or something related to that, stomach-wise. Similar stuff that I have going on. So we both have that in common. But in your case, at a very young age, it took your life. Complications of that surgery. If you had been around today, possibly would not have that problem. Technology has advanced so much in the medical profession as it has in every profession. You probably would still been around. Olympus on here. See if you can speak to me. Okay, I'm gonna put my Olympus on his gravestone here. His crypt. It's got 2 kisses on it. Alright, I'm gonna try some white noise. This is what I call a spirit box. I'm hoping you can communicate with me, or Dietra, who likes to visit you, who's passed on, and supposedly she likes to come back and visit here in spirit. Perhaps you come and visit in spirit, or behind my camera here, Peter Finch, you're around. And when you can speak with me, here it goes. So you can speak to this white noise. Rodolfo, I heard my voice. Is that you? Dietra. Female voice in between that and male voices. Okay. Let me just talk about it. Is that? I heard you. You come and hang out by your grave spot. This mausoleum. We'd like to visit you. Any spirit in this area. So let's see if our growth is back 4 years ago. You are well loved by many. You have not been forgotten. Is that you? You come back and visit Dietra? Yeah, second male voice. Is that? I heard you. Yeah, is that you? Here's something else. No voice. How about you, Dietra? I hear all these voices. What are your
Oh, that's loud. My favorite capture during the spirit box session was when a female spirit asks for a name and a male voice with an accent replies, Rodolfo. I'm disturbing the dead by doing this. I don't know if that makes much sense, because we are made up of something other than body. We're just temporarily in these vessels. Once more, put the Olympus on your mausoleum grave, Rodolfo. Bring this closer here so you can see. Closer here, so you can hear. Ooh, hearing some kind of wailing, screaming. Ooh. 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 So you see my Olympus there in the two kisses, lipstick, and that's his grave. Do you mind being called Rudolph, or would you rather be called Rodolfo? Your Italian background.
Rodolfo Guglielmi, Valentino.
Very interesting name. Very old world. Roses are in fairly good shape still, some of them. Some of them are fresh, some are weltering. Weltering, is that a real word? I just made it up. I go to smell the roses and I feel like I smell dead flesh. I expect to smell rotten flesh. There's gotta be a lot of rotting going on in this place. For your time, you were Mr. GQ. And see these two pair of lips right there? There's more, they're faded out, of course. Goes to show that reputation still stands. And to some of the others that are here, I think Jean Mathis maybe. There's Virginia Ruth. Not sure. We're in the film industry right over here. June Mathis Balboni, an actress and writer, she gained notoriety during the American silent movie era. Born June Beulah Hughes, she began her career as a stage actor and scriptwriter with several films starting in 1917. She successfully adapted Vincent Blasco Ibanez's novel, The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, into a film version starring Rudolph Valentino, the dark and handsome actor that she discovered in an earlier film, Eyes of Youth. She staked her reputation at Metro by casting Valentino as the lead with great success. Sources state that she donated her pre-need crypt for Valentino's last resting place, and later she was entombed to the right of him. Virginia Ruth Wilcox Mathis, Virginia's first husband was Dr. Philip E. Hughes. Philip was the father of June Mathis. Virginia was not noted for any fame, but she was the mother of June Mathis.
We shall see Peter Finch. Here is his grave. Old Peter. Peter, are you there? I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Great movie. Put my Olympus right here. This is an audio recorder. I could speak into that. I don't think you're hanging out your body. Your rotting body. I mean, you died a year after that movie. It's hard to believe. After the movie came out.
I was at home when the phone started ringing and he'd collapsed at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
At that moment, the heart attack had struck.
I don't think he was given an Oscar out of sentimentality because he died. I'm sure that wasn't the case at all. I think they gave him that Oscar because he bloody well deserved it that year.
And the winner is Peter Finch in Network.
Accepting the award for the late Peter Finch, Mr. Patty Chayefsky.
Something of gossip, but I thought was noteworthy, was the affair he had with actress Vivien Leigh, known for her role as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind.
Are you around, Peter? Can you speak? You make a banging sound, any sound at all.
Calling out to Dietra Flame. An apparition is captured in this next section. Could this manifestation be her ghost?
Dietra, would like to visit. Galvan. The roses. She comes through here, and I'm wondering if she'll show herself to me. So I'll let us now. Over here. Rudolph's grave right there. Never heard another wailing in the distance. Can you show yourself, Dietra? I know you like to walk this hallway in here to visit Rudolph's grave. And pay respects. Put roses there. Maybe it's one red rose. Whatever the case, if you're around, show yourself, make a sign of some sort so I can hear you in any way possible. I would greatly appreciate that.
Awesome capture.
I'll repeat that capture clip several times next.
Whatever the case, if you're around, show yourself, make a sign of some sort so I can hear you in any way possible. I would greatly appreciate that. 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 So Dietra, I'm hoping to show yourself somewhere. Walking here. Visit. Even Rudolph, if you want to come through here. Peter, right here. Peter Finch.
Footsteps heard and captured next.
It's so quiet in here. Footsteps right behind me here. Wow. Who is that? Who just walked over here? I look, you're walking right towards me. This is wild. Where was that? That might be Dietrich. Dietrich, thank you if that was you walking towards me. I don't see you, but I heard you.
The sound of footsteps are one of the claims that have been heard in this area. I'll repeat those footstep clip moments next.
Footsteps right behind me here. Wow. Who is that? Who just walked over here? I look, you're walking right towards me. Footsteps right behind me here. Wow. That footsteps that were so freaking loud by me here. It was like coming towards me. I kind of hesitated and then continued, but they stopped. Keep my Olympus going at this point because I'm getting all these sounds. I don't want to miss something.
Dietra Helena, Dietra Flame, or Flamme, I read recently is how it's pronounced, Princess Orvella Wilson, also formerly Mefford, her birth last name. She was also known as the Lady in Black. Yeah, that's a mouthful. On her gravestone it shows the name Princess O. Wilson, Lady in Black. She is buried at San Jacinto Valley Cemetery in California. There seems to be a discrepancy as to her birth date based on this article from 1977, which states she was only 14 when Valentino died in 1926. If that were true, she would have been born in 1914, not 1905. Here's a written note to Rodolfo she left at his gravesite in 1943. If you want some more information on Dietra Flame or Flamme and Valentino, make sure to check out my previous video at the Hollywood Heritage Museum. They carry a large collection of Valentino historic trinkets and related letters.